everyone, and welcome back to my video. So in this video, we're going to talk about some English for pre-intermediate level. So in this slide, in this presentation, we're going to look at some exercises under the title of True-False. Okay, let's look at the agenda of what we're going to be covering in this presentation. The introduction, what we're going to cover, like what kind of exercises we're going to be doing, the exam strategies, which is very important because when we are put in an exam situation, we have to do time management, and in order to perform successfully and without a hesitation or resistances within your performance in the examination pressure and under the time limitation. And the areas of focus. So areas of focus and exam strategies, they are kind of related. You can draw a link in between. So we will share characteristics in between these titles. So it's going to be kind of like a shared topic. Another one is approaching the questions. Of course, we have to read the questions and we have to read the signs, what the writer says, what the writer tries to tell us, and what are they indicating? What do they really mean? So that's approaching the questions and kind of like reading the signs, we can call that, and the summary of what we have done. Okay, so let's take a look at the introduction. And in this presentation, we will look at how to approach true-false question type in the pre-intermediate level of English. So in this pre-intermediate level of English, which is a certain level, we don't see true false not given yet, because not given is actually another point to consider when you are trying to do the exercise and you're also considering about not given. So this is an extra character put into this question. So right here, we don't really need it yet, but if we go a little bit more further, if we go further than this, then we might need that. But right here, let's just focus on true, false, and why it's true, why it's false, just like we normally do. Okay. Next one is exam strategies. So exam strategies are going to be like we have to read the signs and the planning, and mostly we're going to focus on understanding the question and also reading the signs of the indications of the writer. And we're just going to focus on that. We don't really need time management yet because we're not actually going for the examination. Okay, so this is a task. Feel free to take your time and do the whole thing, read the whole paragraph, pause the video right here, and take your time. Make sure you understand every single piece of information. Make sure that you understand and you remember certain pieces of information, piece by piece. Okay. So if we have done it, let's go to the exercises. Okay, so let's take a look at the question. And the question says, by ordering a book, you qualify to become a member of the International Book Club. And is that true or false? We have to consider that. So before we simplify that, make sure that you have your reason why you choose true or false according to the answer that you have given to the question. Okay, so now that let's go back to the explanation or the simplification. Okay, so it says by ordering a book, you qualify to become a member of the International Book Club. Now, if we try to simplify that, we get the meaning, the simple meaning that if you order a book from the club, you automatically become a member of that club. So of the same club that you ordered the book. Okay, so let's take a look at that one. So the reason says, in the paragraph, it says to join, right? And the very first paragraph, you have to find that information, right? So this is also an exam strategy where you have to focus on the first step of the exam strategy is going to be understand the question. if you understand the question, you know what it means and you know what you're looking for. So bearing that in mind, you go back to the paragraph and you focus on location of the answer. That is the stage 2 of exam strategy. And in that one, you will find the answer. It's like overview, and then you will read in more and more detail. Okay, so to join, in order to become a member, in order to join, they mean exactly the same, right? So it's going to be like, to join, you have to send us a book order form to become a member. It doesn't have to be exactly the same as what I said, but it's in the first paragraph, and it says that if you want to join, you have to send them, the International Book Club, the order form that you have sent them previously. So that is going to be like, in order to join, what you have to do. So what does this mean if you have to send them an ordering list, like an order form that you have already ordered from this club? So it's like showing them the proof, showing them the proof that you have already ordered a certain book from their club. And if you send them this form, then they already know, they have the list, right? They have all the information recorded, and they will give you the membership, which is going to be an automatic response. So this is what it means. In the paragraph, it means this, and the question means what we have just talked about earlier. So what do you think? Is this true or false? But the answer is, it's going to be true because it's identical meaning, right? Okay. Now let's look at question number 2. So question number 2 says, every new member can request a watch from the book club. Is it true or false? Again, so let's take a look at this one. As a stage 1, we need to understand the question, right? Although it's an automatic response, like for us doing this automatically, not like consciously, and we're doing it like a sense of intuition or something like that. We don't really need to do stages, but in order to have an effective improvement, if you want to do more practice, then this is going to be helpful for all of us, for you. And if you know the stages in between which you use to tackle a problem, tackle a task, so if you know these stages, then that's great. So it's a great idea for you to practice, because if you keep track of what you do, how you keep track, how you approach these certain areas, then that's going to be great. It's going to be helpful. Okay, so let's take a look at this one. Stage 1, understand the paragraph, the question, sorry. Every new member can request a watch from the book club. Before we simplify that, is it true or false? Let's like have in mind of what you have already chosen. So your answer may be true or false, and you will have your own reason. Let's check it. Let's check it out if it's true. Okay. Every new member. How do you become a new member? By sending them the book order form, because it's like you send them the proof that you have already really ordered a book from their like club in order to become a member. So immediately after you become a new member, because you see every single new member can request. So request, what does that word mean? Does it kind of relate with buying, or just kind of like exchange something? A watch from the book club. Request. Let's think about this one. If you request something, then you're kind of like asking for it. You want it, right? So you want to request it, and you want to claim that reward, or just something that is on offer. So a watch. You're going to request a watch, meaning that you want a free watch, because it's like requesting isn't anything like buying. It's not an exchange. It's just requesting, may I have a watch? And then they are like, here you go. So it's like requesting a free watch. It's not on sale. It's not like selling to you. It's not offering you to buy at a reasonable price. It's just a free watch. You can ask for that. Every new member, everyone who is new to the club, everyone who has immediately become the new member of the club immediately after. Okay, so they can request from the book club, the international book club that we are looking at, the same book club. Okay, so let's try to focus on the location of the answer. So in the paragraph, it says immediate benefits. So immediate benefits, what does this mean? Like immediate benefit. What kind of idea pops up in your mind when you see this word, immediate benefit? Okay, so let's take a look at why it says that and what it means. Immediate benefit, just like we have talked about earlier, every new member can request. So it's like immediately after you become a new member, you can do that. So that's an immediate benefit, isn't it? So after you immediately become a new member, this is the benefit you can get. So you see all these little facts written down in like dashes or something like that, and then we will look at this particular piece of information. So this particular piece of information, we have the main points of requesting a watch and every new member is going to be going under the category of immediate benefits because immediately after you become a new member, you can ask for something else. So that's already done. It's checked. And another one is requesting a watch. Requesting, then we already know that it's free. So we ask for a free watch. In the paragraph, it says if you want a free watch, you can ask for that by ticking a little box in the like blank space of the form if you kind of like send them the book order form or something like that. In the process, it says that in the second fact. So feel free to jump back in this video because we have seen the task earlier. So if you want to go back, feel free. Okay, so in that paragraph, it says that if you want a free watch, you can tick the little box that is given in the form. So is it true or false? Obviously, it's true because it means literally the same in the paragraph and in the question as well. We have came across every new member, which is immediate benefit. Like immediately after you become a member, you can request a watch, which is like a literal benefit immediately after becoming a new member. So from the book club, we already know, we already understand it's the same book club we're talking about. So obviously, it's true. Okay, so that is our approach to the question. We have done everything, but as a summary, as a recapping, we did approaching these questions like exam strategies. We try to look at the question. We try to understand the question as a stage 1, and stage 2, we try to locate the answer of the question by the means of understanding and depicting the main words and the key words we can say. So by doing that, we located the answers as the stage 2. And right after that, we brought in the information that we think is accurate enough to be true and to be correct, to the question. Okay, and this is what we did. And we also approached the question of reading the signs and the inclination, just like this one. So it's kind of like not obvious, but it's kind of like hidden. So we have done all of these things. And yeah, that's pretty much all for today. And thank you so much for watching. We will see you in the next one.